Give me a sec, give me a sec. Okay. Okay, that's better. Hello. Mic check. Who's here? Let's see. We got Cam and Shy. Perfect. How are you guys tonight? Guys and gals. Can you guys hear me okay? That's right, Shy. Oh, Cam Jam's out of here. Oh, okay. Well, good night, Cam Jam. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for the like. Shy's up in the house. Can you hear me okay, Shy? Okay, he says loud and clear. Perfect. All right. All right. So let's wait for a few people, see if anybody else stumbles in. I don't want to have to repeat everything that's going on. In the meantime, Shy, since you're here, this is perfect, so I can show you the grindle worms that I have. These are the grindles that I got here. And as you can see, the lid is pretty covered. See how dark this little patch is here. So I got worms, but the problem is there's a lot of mites in there. Um, Not really sure what the downside to having them is, other than they might be eating the worms. I'm not sure. Um, so let's see. I need a container. Let me see. So I'm going to use this container, and I'm going to flush these grindles out of there. Yeah, you know what? I put a couple of the wafers that you use, the algae wafers, and they took those out quick. So I'm gonna go ahead and see how many I can flush out of here. I need a different container. I already have two other grindle cultures. This is the one I keep right here. You can see how many there are. But what you don't see are the little mites. They're really small. You can kind of see. Yeah, there's a bunch of little mites on here. I kind of want to just flush this whole thing out and just kind of make a whole new culture. So I'm just using this little spray bottle just to kind of flush these guys out so I don't have to use my finger. And you can see they drop down pretty good. All right. Got a good amount of them. There's still some in the little, but I don't know if I want to drag my finger in there. And for the ones in here, I'm going to use a little brush. I got like 3 little brushes that I got on Temu. These are like little food grade brushes I picked up on there. And it's funny because this thing yesterday was covered in worms. And I don't know, they all kind of went somewhere else. Okay. Fish family. Oh, fish family. Huh. Cool. They're just too small, Shy. I thought these grindle worms would be larger. I don't know who. Welcome in, Connor. He says, why is it just me? Well, I don't have a co-host yet. I don't know if it's crashing. I've been washing this thing out pretty frequently. So, I mean, it's not like it's all filled. I mean, it smells a little bit, but I've been, like I said, flushing it out with water and getting all the old food out of there. It's a little smelly right now, but all right. So these worms, I'm not even going to feed them to the fish. I'm just going to put them in my other cultures. What I am going to do is I'm going to pick out the mites with a dropper. If I can find it. Let's see. But I want to put some new food in here first. So I'm going to show you what I use, Shy. So I know you use the wafers, and I did use them too. But here's another good tip that's going to give a lot of protein to your worms. Give me a sec. So I use 2 things. I use you could use yogurt, but I use this stuff called kefir. It's kind of like yogurt. It's supposed to be a little healthier than yogurt. I got some beans on the stove right now. Hoping they boil fast. I don't want to be up all night. All right, so check it out, Shy. So I got the kefir. So cultured milk. It's just kefir. It's kind of like yogurt, and I use a little spoon to put it in there. And then I use this stuff right here called nutritional yeast. It's kind of like fish food, kind of like flakes. So I'm gonna put some in here. I should wash that out. That's what I usually do. I'll rinse the whole thing out, but I'll do that some other day. I don't want to waste you guys' time doing that. So I'm gonna just sprinkle some in here. Right? And then once I sprinkle that in there, and this is not my trick. I found it off this guy David's channel. He's like big into worms and live food cultures. So I'm gonna make like a little pathway here in the middle, so that when I put the kefir in there, it'll sit in there. I don't want the yogurt to be like floating all over the place, because then it makes it a bigger mess and harder to clean. Uh, so Shy, I heard the white worms are a larger worm. So I have white worms, but I don't know. It says it's white worm, but I don't know that it is, because the white worms that I've seen, they're like large, like the ones that I've seen on YouTube. They're like a large worm. All right, so then I grab some of this stuff, and I'm just gonna plop it in the middle of this little cavity I made here. Right, that should be enough. I don't want to do too much. Then uh, I'm gonna use the wafers like how you use. I'm gonna put a couple in there too. Let's see. I got so many wafers that I bought at the Greenwater Society auction, fish slaps. About a ton of them over the years. Okay. So I'm gonna just dip these wafers in water. The thing about these wafers is they're really clean. That's the only thing I do like about them. So I'm just gonna put one up here, and then another one over here, and then I'm gonna just cover this whole thing up, kind of like that, and then boom. There's still a lot of worms on this lid, but screw it. Okay, and there's that. And put this away. Cover this kefir back up. The kefir needs to be in the fridge. All right, Chai. Let's see. Since nobody showed up yet, I'm gonna show you, or at least nobody's uh, putting anything in the chat. So I'm guessing nobody from my list is on here besides you and Ken Jam. All right, so I gotta look for this dropper here. Where the hell is it? When you need them, you can't find them. Okay, I found one. I found one. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna try to pick out the little mites if I can see them. This is a little snail trap down here. Uh, I've been dealing with a lot of snails, so I've been trying to pick them all out. Okay, so these guys are pretty tricky to find. I know there's some in here. I see them. Here goes one right here. Take that guy out. One here. One here. One here. Try not to grab too many worms. Oh, there's one there. There's two, three. All right. Over here. Okay. One right here. I think that's all of them. Everybody I hear that has grindles online, they always have mites anyway, so it's probably one of those things I won't be able to avoid. Nice. Eating milk and cookies, huh? I do that in the morning. All right. So the rest of this should be safe to put in my new culture. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so we got this stuff here. I think I'm gonna just feed this to the fish, might come out. Oh shit, beans. Fuck. They're spilling. God damn it. I knew this was gonna happen. See, that's what happens when you're cooking and not paying attention. Yeah, I'm gonna make a big ass pot of beans and then just freeze them all. Alright. Damn, this shit spilled a lot on my stove. Okay. God damn, those fucking mites. They're hanging on for dear life inside this container. Like, I don't know how they manage to stay stuck in there, but I know exactly. I'm going to pour some hot ass boiling water on these fuckers. This fucking water's going to take like days to fucking heat up. So it sucks about living on a higher floor. Well, I'm not going to sit here and waste your guys' time. So, it is what it is. I'll just leave the container here. Alright, so, let's see, Shy. I'm going to show you. I want to show you the. I'm going to show you all my cultures right now. Give me a sec. I just blacked out the camera. Give me a sec. So this is my porch. Here on my porch I have I have two tanks, but only one of them has a fish in it. And then you can see these are all my cultures right here. It doesn't smell too bad in here considering there's a bunch of rotting oatmeal. And there's worms here. You can see banana worms. These are micro worms right here. These are white. These are supposed to be white worms, but I think these are crashed already. And then these are banana worms. These are grindles. And this is a grindle worm culture here. So, let's see. And you can see I got a little tank down here. Let's see. These guys are always hungry, bro. These are swordtails. There's a couple, so I think from the originals, there's probably like 3 in here, and all the rest I spawned, or they spawned with me. So you can see a little algae eater down there. That sucker's getting big. You know, I really like these swordtails, but the problem with these guys is that they don't breed. They don't breed true. You know, like they're like you can see this one right here got some white on him. You see him? This guy on his chest there, on the bottom. He's got like a bit of white, and some of them have the albino red eyes, and some of them don't. Some of them have high fins, some of them have short fins. You can see this guy here. You can see how short. You see how short his fins are, and then this guy's got some long fins. You see him? He's got big old long cauliflower type. You see that one? That's a female, but you can see how large her fins are. Um, but yeah, so all right. I still think maybe I'll give them another shot at breeding. Try to like select breed them and stuff. This is just a porch, so like I said, I got this tank up here too, but I never put anything in it. So right now it's just holding the worms. And so okay, so this is a little bar stool here. Okay, so I have these grindle worms in dirt. And I should probably clean this out too. But I have a little sheet of plastic. So there's not a whole lot of fungus, because my problem with this was the food on here was fungusing up. So that's my issue here. There's a lot of fungus, but with this plastic that I just put over it, you see how tightly packed I have it on there? It tends to, I guess, keep the fungus down a little bit. Yeah, swordtails, yeah, they'll try to breed with anything. Oh, let me get my dropper. Let me get the dropper real fast. Those fucking beans, man. Hot as fuck. You made a man, they got my fucking stove all foamy. So I'm gonna bring some of this. Okay. So here goes the new worms. I'm gonna just grab these guys here. You know what? Let's see. First, I'm going to put a little more nutritional yeast on there. did I step on? Dude, I almost stepped on a fucking nail just now. Fucking fell off the wall. It was like one of those nails that hold the cords in. Okay, so I'm just gonna add a little more on here. I'm not gonna remove this since it's not that moldy. Fuck, you know what? I think I did step on that nail. Let me check my sock real fast. No blood on the sock, so I think I'm good. I just kind of felt a bit of a prick. Alright, so I'm gonna grab some of this nutritional kefir. Put some more on there too. I really hope this dirt takes off because the video that I seen of that dude using the dirt, man, dude, his container was like they were everywhere. Like you couldn't even see anything. There's worms in every little part of the container. Alright. That should be good. I don't want to make too much of a mess. Alright. And then on top of that, I'll add a little more yeast. If I can find it. Where the fuck did I put it? Dude, I got some coffee, man. I should be drinking some coffee right now. Well, I don't even know where I left the fucking yeast at. June wouldn't eat that? Nutritional yeast is really good for you. But I understand if you don't want to eat it off the dirt. I won't hold it against you. Where the fuck did it? Dude, I'm fucking losing my mind here, man. I just fucking had it. What the fudge? Well, I think I lost. Oh, here it is. Dude. Fuck, man. That's what happens when you have too much clutter. Yeah, some more nutritional yeast over the top. Just to kind of cover it. Then I can grab the new worms from the old container. And since it is dirt, I'm not too worried about the water. I'm just going to load them up over the top of this. Man, my fish would be... I'm going to squirt some in here for the swordtails real quick. I think the true Siamese algae eaters like the worms too. A little water on the dirt. I think the dirt might be a little dry too. Alright, that's good. Then this is key, Shy, so if you want to do this, make sure you put the plastic over the top so that the fungus doesn't spread. Doesn't mean that there isn't fungus there. There probably is, but at least with the plastic, it kind of keeps it from growing out. And then boom, just cover it up. Booyah. There it is. And then you put it away. And you got all your other cultures right here. Look, check this out. I got the microworm one. Look at this thing, bro. You can't even see. Look how thick. Look how they are on the walls, dude. Just all over the walls. There's like tons of them. So the microworms, they're doing good for me too. The microworms. These are the ones that I think crashed the white worms. But like I said, I don't know that these are white worms. I think that the guy that sold them to me, he might have had them wrong, or I don't know. But yeah, I haven't really seen a whole lot coming out of here. The banana worms, dude. Look at they're going bananas. Look at this side, dude. You can't even see. They're just everywhere. Uh, and then I got this other banana worm. Look at this one too. I was experimenting with this one. I just did a really thin layer. Yeah, dude. If I were to pick all these out right now, I could feed all my tanks, and I probably could freeze some too. Look at this. Okay, that's enough of that. Why do I have worms too? Well, it's for the fish. So you got your microworms here, white worms, quote unquote, and then you got banana worms and grindle worms. So yeah, the fish love them. Jeff was telling me that for the auction that I should sell that for the thing, which is something that I thought was a really good idea. Um, yeah, for the fish, June, but they're small though. They're not like black worms. Black worms are pretty large. These guys are these guys are all pretty tiny. I think the largest ones might be the grindle worms. Um, so so yeah, they're pretty small. Uh, and so let's see. Okay, so back to what the whole stream was going to be about, which is going to be about the biofilm. So this is the biofilm here. Now, biofilm. So okay. Uh, this guy, a couple of fish. He posted on the Discord on in my tank's Discord. He posted about how he was making biofilm for his loaches. He was making it on rocks, and he sent me a video of Mark's shrimp tanks. I think is the name of the channel, and he was showing how in the video Mark was showing how he was creating biofilm on banana leaves. So these are banana leaves here, and I got some terracotta pots in there too. It's been 48 hours since I had the little mixture that you need, which is Bacter AE, Bacter AE, some brown sugar, and it's a little bit of a buffer. So if you're going to use RO, you're going to need buffer. Um, but he also said if you want, you could just boil the water, and then if you don't want to use RO or don't have RO or whatever. Um, so it's been 48 hours, and it's supposed to be like a gelatinous little substance on the top of the the banana leaves or whatever you put in there for the for the bacteria to colonize. So I am going to use gloves for this, uh, simply because it is like bacteria, you know. So I will use gloves. Um, let's see if it worked out. If it worked, if I did it right, there should be a thick layer of like a mucus on the top of the leaves. Yeah, slimy stuff on everything. Yep, you got it, June. Maybe Shy. I'm not sure. I think so. The thing is that so that dude Mark was saying is that by doing it this way, you're controlling the type of bacteria that you're growing. So like if you were to just use tap water straight out of your tap without treating it or anything, or well, you would obviously have to treat it, right, for chlorine. But what I'm saying is, you didn't boil it. You could grow other bacterias, different bacterias. So this way, you're controlling the type of bacteria you're using. So let me remove these things out of the way. Let's see. I did not have this thought out properly. Okay. I'm going to shut the water off so it doesn't spray the slimy juice all over the place. Oh, I gotta look for. Okay, it's this one. All right, so I just shut off the air. I had air going in here with an air stone, so I shut that off. Okay, you can see. He said that he said 2 to 3 days. So this is 2 days. It might need longer. Uh, but let's see. Okay. So like I said, if I did it the right way, the banana leaf should have like a mucus. I mean, it doesn't look bad. It does look a little slimy, but it doesn't look as thick as I thought it would. But you can kind of see it. It's real shiny. See? Shiny it is. Let's see. Let's see if the terracotta pot's got any on it. There is a bit. Okay, so the terracotta pot does feel like it has some on there. Not as thick as I thought it was, because I thought it was going to be like straight up gelatin on there. Let's check them all. Okay. So not quite what I expected. But it does look pretty good. These leaves do look pretty good. I'm debating if I should just leave it for until the morning to put them in the tank with my fish. And I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna leave them until the morning to put them in with the fish. I think I can get it to grow on a little thicker. It is. I can feel it. And you can see how shiny it is. I think I'm gonna give it some more time. stuff is dripping all over the place. Okay, so there's that. And even though if we use gloves, we managed to see through, so now there's bacteria everywhere. No worries, that's what towels are for, right? So yeah, if you guys want to try this out, the thing is, so here's another thing. The recipe that he had on his video, he doing like 10 liters, which is like 2.5 gallons. And this thing is a lot less. I think it's half of that. So I think this is like 5 liters here. Uh, so I'm not sure that's why maybe it didn't work as good. Um, but yeah, so if you guys want to try this out, just need banana leaves. I've heard of some other people saying that they use other leaves. Um, he uses banana. Like I was just going by what he was using. Uh, but yeah. So you need brown sugar, Bacter AE, your RO water with the buffer, and then I think he said so for his 10 liters. For the 10 liters, I think he used a scoop about this size, and I think he did like three of these scoops. He said two, but then he added three. So 2 or 3 scoops. I used one for this. And then he said 1 tablespoon of brown sugar for the 10 liters. So again, I used half of that. So I did 5 liters. Yeah, 5 liters. It was a 5 liter. The reason I didn't do a bigger one is because I'm just doing it for my loaches. He's doing it for shrimp, so you can use it for both. Um, yeah. So, so plecos too, huh? Wow. Now I wish I had a pleco. 4 for $10. Yeah. Oh yeah. Shy. That's where I got these. I got these at Home Depot. So yeah, I think it's like 4 for $10. Yeah, I got those. I also got a larger one, like a 5 gallon tote. But yeah, if you guys want to try this stuff for your loaches or whatever. So I got my loach right there. You see them on the rock there? Kind of see them right there? There's 3 of them in here, and lately they've been beating everybody up. Well, so-called beating everybody up. I don't think they cause any damage, but they're kind of harassing everybody. And so I was trying to do that for them, so maybe get them to chill out a bit. Maybe because this type of food, they probably won't have competition from everybody else, because I'm thinking that the fish won't be interested in the biofilm. So I'm guessing, they'll be the only ones eating off that. They won't have to chase anybody off of it, and they'll be a little more well behaved, maybe. Everybody in here seems to be doing okay. You got the pencil fish over here doing some kind of, I don't know what they're doing. This guy's just looking at himself in the glass or something. Well, yeah, so it looks like maybe I gotta try to see if in the morning the biofilm kind of thickened up on the banana leaves a bit. Oh, you're saying the guppies might eat that stuff, maybe? Yeah, maybe. Um, who knows? I found 2 baby plecos or guppies in here, and there's no females. I don't know how they got in here. I'm thinking they got out of the breeder box somehow. Uh, but I caught them out and I put them in the breeder box. They're all in the breeder boxes now. Which reminds me, I gotta feed them. Even though I feed them like 3 times in the day before I leave for work. Uh, but yeah, everybody's looking good. Oh, I got the fish in quarantine down here. So these are the fish that are going in this tank next. They're in quarantine right now. They're called SB rasboras. They're very similar to the pork chops. What do they call those? The harlequin. The harlequin rasboras. They look very much like that, but they're not the same. Somebody was saying that they were the same, and I looked it up, and I think it's its own thing. Like there was like a description of all the different types of similar looking rasboras, and yeah, so I don't think that these are pork chops. These are their own thing. I did have one dead already. It looks like this batch isn't doing that great. I can see another one with a little defect on his head. He's got a little problem with his gills. His head looks a little deformed. I am going to fish that guy out of there. I'm gonna probably have to remove him. Yeah, man. They were looking so good at the store, and they are not looking that hot here. I mean, they're moving well. They're schooling really good. I only see one dead, too, so it's hard to say. But let's see if you guys can see the little defect I'm seeing. So here, look. If you look, hold on. You see that one there? Right on the left side of that little blue knob. Look at the bit of his head sticking out to the right. He's not even moving. See everybody swimming away? And he's by himself there. Which leads me to believe he's not, he's not swimming with them, so it's a sign that something's up. So yeah, I need to throw something in here. I have some malachite green. I have salt as well. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what his issue is. You can see it though. Yeah, I was pretty excited about these guys. But yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out what their deal is. I had one dead so far, so this might be the second one. I paid like $45 for a group of 50 or 15. Sorry. He gave me a few extras. I think he gave me 17. See that? Anybody know what that is? Yeah, it's definitely something not right. Yep. He's not even swimming right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fish him out of there and burn the net. It's funny because he's the biggest one too. That sucks. Yeah, but other than that, they look really good. I like them a lot. So I don't think they're gonna go in the upper tank anytime soon. It's a good thing I quarantined them. I've been getting lucky. I didn't quarantine the last fish I got at the swap, and I got really lucky. I mean, lucky so far because I mean it's only been like a month, so I mean something can always pop up. And I never do that. I just didn't have the space at the time. So yeah, I'm kind of slipping on my game. I'm usually always quarantined, but yeah, oh well. Well, guys, it's almost been an hour. Uh, I talked about what I wanted to talk about and some. I really didn't want to do this vertical. I I couldn't change it without leaving the stream, so I just left it like that. Uh, I do like that I can see the chat a little better in this version. Um, but yeah, thanks for hanging out, Chai and June and KJ and whoever else. Fish fam. Oh, look at George is all late to the party, but yeah, thanks for coming, my man. I was about to sign off right now, but yeah, um, yeah. I was just telling everybody about the biofilm that I was growing out for my loaches, and we were just noticing one of my fish in quarantine is sick. So before I head out, I'll show you that real fast. Maybe you know what it is. Let's see. It's a little rasbora. You can kind of see him. You see a little thing sticking out the side of his head there? It almost looks like it's parasite. You're saying that's it, June? Are you sure? Because that looks like a big old, like something's latched onto his head. Either that or, I don't know. So weird. I mean, I got some malachite green, man. I've been wanting to use it. Could be water fleas? Maybe. Yeah, it's a good thing I really quarantine these guys because something's up. Oh, flukes. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking. Couldn't think of. Yeah, could be gill flukes. I wonder what's a good medication for that. Maybe this malachite green. Let's see. We got this stuff. Water fleas too. I got this stuff. This malachite green. Look how much it costs, man. Fucking $15. Let's see. Fungus, external parasites, protozoans. So this might work. I mean, I'm still gonna take that guy out of there. I don't think I'm gonna. I might have to euthanize that boy. I don't think I want to list everybody in here. I do like a lot the way they swim. Uh, they kind of hang out together. Uh, but yeah, I don't know. They're starting to look not so great. When I saw them at the store, they didn't look like this. Oh well, I'll have to deal with it. I just hope it's not a loss. I did pay $50 for the school of 15. I keep wanting to say 50. But yeah, Mexicali was already getting off. I was just showing everybody. I don't know if you know about this little biofilm hack that people do where they grow biofilm on banana leaves. There you go. Parasites can be handled with meds, and it's a good thing. It's a quarantine tank because I don't really care about any of those plants in there. Uh, so like if the meds mess up the my whole beneficial bacteria in here, I don't really care too much. I mean that they're the only ones in there, and snails. So yeah. Yeah, yeah. If you want to learn about worms too, Mexico, you're gonna have to rewind and watch all about the worms. Uh, I got tons of them. I'll show you guys one last time before I leave. So here, give me a second to just blot out this camera real fast. You can kind of see them all right here. I got this little temperature gauge because it has to be cold in here. Kind of cool. And then here are all the little worms. Those are grindle worms, banana, white worms, micro worms, more banana, and more grindle worms. But yeah, I have to keep the door open back here because it needs to be like 50 degrees in here. So you can kind of see the porch door open, but there's heat coming in from there. So if I close this door, it's gonna get hot in here. So yeah. And then I got my sword tails down here. I don't know if you guys got to see the sword tails, but I kind of put these guys on the back burner. I've been neglecting them a little bit, but they're doing okay. I mean, I still change their water. I'm not being like totally bogus or anything. I'm changing their water. You can see the filter floss is somewhat clean. I just changed that out about a week ago, and they're getting fed pretty good. I mean, I got the worms right above them, so I'm constantly tossing them in there. And I got some Siamese algae eaters there. But yeah, uh, maybe come summer I'll throw these guys outside. Yeah, yeah, me too. That's what I like about them, June. But the problem with these guys, they don't really breed true. They're kind of all over the place. High fin, short fin. If you guys want to see my beans right here, look, they're cooking. Another hour to go on these guys. But yeah, thanks you guys for coming in. Um, please rewatch the stream if you guys want to throw a little comment down there and tell me I'm full of crap or whatever. Whatever you guys want to say is cool. I'm not gonna be all sensitive about it. But yeah, guys, um, thank you guys for coming in. Oh yeah, that's true. Mexicali, that's true. So I do have mites in one of my cultures. Uh, People say that they're not too much to worry about. I haven't had anything noticeable, any issues. But yeah, that's true. There's a lot of. I haven't seen maggots yet. I am planning to buy a wine fridge refrigerator. I actually been looking for one like crazy for a while, so I'm hoping to keep them in there. That way, they're flies can't get in there and they nothing can get out. But yeah, the rotting smell of the oatmeal and the food that I feed them, yeah, you can smell it. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be attracting flies and stuff. So I need to keep them in a little wine cooler. I think the cheapest one I've seen is like about $150 on Amazon, and I have a gift card, so that'll give me a bit of some help there. Uh, yeah, so I'm gonna be on the lookout for. I wanted to get a used one, but I just don't want to drive, man. Everything seems to be like 15 miles away, 10 miles away, and I'm so lazy to drive. I feel like the money I'm gonna spend on gas, I'll just spend it on buying something brand new. But yeah, thank you guys for coming in. Have a good night. Um, Maybe I'll do another stream sometime soon, and if I have another update, something to show you guys. I do have guppies right now that are growing out, so maybe I'll show them at some point when I pour them in here or do something with them. So thank you guys. Have a good night, and see you guys soon. Take care.